What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash that like button. Also subscribe to my channel and YouTube. I'm on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Twitter, like Visa, everywhere you want to be. Now, yesterday I did a video about Carl Frampton. He tweeted that the Leo Santa Cruz Part 2 was a quote-unquote done deal. He didn't release any details, venues, or anything, but I got a little bit more information, and it's not 100% official, but it looks to be pretty official. Now, there's a lightweight champion who I'm on his social media right now, and he tweeted this: I'm fighting Mikey Garcia on January 28th at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wow. He's a champion, and he's going up against Mikey Garcia. Hell of a fight. I'm going to break this down a little bit, and shout out to my people at Supreme Boxing. Good people. They have a poppin' Facebook, also Instagram. Make sure you guys give them a follow. But they already put together the graphic for this. And this looks like this rematch is the main event. So Carl Frampton looked like he was telling the truth. He's going to fight the Leo Santa Cruz. And then on the undercard, you have Mikey Garcia versus Zlaticanin in a title fight. So 2 title fights. Carl Frampton got the title off of Leo Santa Cruz, and this is big news, man. There's a lot of detractors who said, oh, PBC, they're garbage, like they're going down, they ran out of money. And it was just announced Julian J. Rock Williams is getting his much deserved and earned title shot. He's the mandatory, the #1 contender for Jermall Charlo's belt with the IBF, I believe. And that's the main event, and it's happening in December. The co-main event is the rescheduling of Jesus Cuellar, another championship fight, versus Abner Mares. Definitely a resume guy with a good resume and veteran experience. I don't know what to say, man. Like, people who say PBC's running out of money and stuff like that, that's why you don't see me making a whole bunch of videos, because I don't know what their budget is. But if they keep putting fights together like this, who cares? People are, oh, they're buying time slots and they're running out of money. But you can't really corroborate that, because they're putting together cards like this. These are solid fights. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna break down this new fight. We already know what Carl Frampton and Leo Santa Cruz is, because we've seen the first one, and it's a Fight of the Year candidate. But this, with Mikey Garcia, this is a good fight. Not only is it a title fight, you got to keep in mind and put in perspective, Mikey Garcia is a guy that's been on the shelf, fighting for what he believed in, and he stood up to Top Rank and went through a long, laborious battle. It was a long legal process and battle with Top Rank, and he chose to stick it out. And as a result, he was out of the limelight. Rojas was at 140, I believe, a catch weight. Rojas didn't really want it at that weight, but for the opportunity, and he wasn't the A side, he was the B side, right? So as a result, Mikey called the shots, and that's where it is. But Mikey said he wants to campaign at lightweight, and now this is a good fight. We don't know, because let me break down some things, because I've actually watched and I've been studying this guy for a minute. Dejan Zlaticanin, right? He's undefeated, 22-0, no draws, pause, 15 knockouts, so a 68% knockout ratio. Alias is Dynamite. He has some pop, he has some power. He's a new champion. In Zlaticanin travel was a road warrior, just like Kovalev does. Fought Ricky Burns, whether, I don't know how high you guys rate him, but it's still Ricky Burns, who was 1 fight removed from being a champion, and he fought Ricky Burns in his backyard and beat him, right? So that's a good name on his resume. Ivan Redkach, he stopped him. Now, another dude, my dude Tevin Farmer, shout out to Philly, he had a great performance against Ivan Redkach, but he didn't stop him. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you that Zlaticanin has some power. And this is the fight I've seen on Showtime. It was like a co-main event or undercard for a Showtime fight. I don't know what fight. I don't remember what the main event was. Maybe even Leo Santa Cruz versus Carl Frampton. I don't remember. But I remember watching this Franklin Mamani vacant WBC scrap where he got the title and he stopped dude. Dude had nothing for him. And I'm sure if you YouTube it, you can watch it. So they already have it booked. Mikey Garcia, MGM, January 28th. That's a good fight. Dangerous fight for Mikey Garcia, really, because you look at it, he's been on the shelf so long. He's been on a long layoff, 2 years off, and people got to put it in perspective. I love Mikey Garcia. Like, I enjoy him, and I put people on Mikey Garcia before he became Mikey Garcia, before he even became a champion. But the thing is, you have to look at is he's had a long layoff, and the damage that Mikey Garcia has done has really been in lower weight divisions. So this is still new territory. When I watched the Elio Rojas fight, right, he was getting hit. He looked a bit ring rusty to me in those first 2 rounds. He was getting hit a bit. You know what I mean? And that comes with the territory when you've been out of the ring. Even if you're sparring in the meantime, it's different being in the actual fight with the bright lights. You know what I mean? And unless you're the guy that Mikey Garcia is with right now, when he took that long layoff after Ricky Hatton knockout and he fought Juan Manuel Marquez off a 21-month layoff and he dominated him, it's hard to do that. That's my whole point, right? And the thing is, Mikey Garcia he's moved up a lot of weight, so he still has to show and prove against the good names that there's Robert Easter, there's Richard Commey, there's Dejan Zlaticanin, right, who's a champion, and this is the fight to do it. You know what I mean? Mikey's gonna really have to showcase what he showed in the lighter divisions, right? His skill set, his impeccable timing, his power. This is a good fight. This is 2 undefeated fighters that are punchers. So as far as the people saying, oh, PBC, they're done for and they ran out of money, I don't really see it because they're putting together big fights. So you guys let me know what you think. That's a good fight. And that's, again, that's the undercard. That's the undercard to Leo Santa Cruz, Carl Frampton too. And it's happening on the, and I think this is a good location, Vegas, you know what I mean? Good location. Mikey Garcia is the fan favorite. So all his people from Oxnard and the LA, SoCal area clearly can make the trek to Las Vegas. It's not far. Leo Santa Cruz, also from Southern California. This is going to be good. This is a good ass card, right? And PBC gets it done. So they were kind of dry. Everyone's been kind of dry in October, but they're kind of dry towards the end of the year. Now they're starting to pump out more fights, you know what I mean, and loaded cards. And not everyone's doing this. You look at some of the competition, there's some good fight cards, but how many of those fight cards are actually good fight cards that are on free TV or possibly like a Showtime? You know what I'm saying? Like, I could think of, like, let's say Pacquiao Vargas. That card's pretty loaded, but you have to pay for it on Top Rank pay-per-view. So let me know what you guys think. This is a good fight. And if you haven't seen Dejan Zlaticanin, then YouTube his stuff. He comes to fight. You know what I mean? He set history, the first champion from Montenegro, and he's hungry. He's with Al Haymon. And that's another thing. People say, oh, Al Haymon doesn't match his guys tough. This is Mikey Garcia's second fight. You know what I mean? Second fight, and he's putting him in with the lightweight world champion. He could clearly milk it and, you know what I'm saying, let Mikey Garcia fight cans and non-champions and build his resume back, get his feet back wet. But he's already put him in a title shot, his second fight. Technically, it's his first fight at lightweight. You know what I mean? It's his very first fight, because his last Elio Rojas was a guy who wasn't strong enough, and Mikey Garcia was clearly bigger than him, and a guy that wasn't a 140 pounder. This Dejan Zlaticanin, he's a lightweight. He's pretty built. He's kind of short, but he's in shape, and he's a champion with a knockout percentage, a high knockout percentage, and he's a southpaw. So again, this is not an easy fight to come back to. Your first fight in the division, so Mike is gonna have to figure it out, or Zlaticanin is gonna have to figure it out, because again, on the flip side, Zlaticanin has never been in there with someone as technical as Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, if you looked, his very first step up, his very first big step up as a pro was Orlando Salido, a game ass veteran, and he knocked him down like 4 times before he got a broken nose. So great fight, great card. I have no complaints. Let me know what you guys think. This is a good fight. This is a good card. And the Julian J. Rock Williams, Jermall Charlo card with Jesus Cuellar and Abner Mares, another very exciting card. I mean, I really don't see any of these fights, and I don't see Al Haymon matching his people up lightly like some people say, oh, everything's a cherry pick. Richard Commey turned out to be a tough ass fight for Robert Easter, but Lightweight is getting some interesting names because Dejan Zlaticanin versus Mikey Garcia. Imagine the winner of that fighting Robert Easter, who is also with About Billions and Al Heyman as his advisor. That's a good ass fight. And it'll be a unification because Easter Jr. just got a championship in his last bout, a vacant belt. Let me know what you guys think. Lightweight, it's lit. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.